Hello, Oprah Daily Insiders. My name is Sara Jane Ho, and I'm the founder of China's first etiquette school, Institute Sarita, the host of the daytime Emmy-nominated Netflix show, Mind Your Manners, and the author of a book by the same name. Today, I am answering your biggest etiquette questions. Let's dive in. Is it okay to ask guests to take off their shoes before coming into my house? It is okay, but you have to do it at the very beginning, right when they walk through the door. I'll usually say, we have a shoes off policy in the house, why don't you put your shoes over here? I also like to prepare slippers. Just remember, if you have a guest who's very fashionable or seems like they probably don't have a shoes off home, text them beforehand so that their shoes aren't a critical part of their outfit. You forget someone's name. Fess up or pretend you know it. I will never admit that I forgot somebody's name. What I like to do if we're in a group setting is introduce them to somebody else, and that will make them say their name. Sometimes they won't. So I make sure I go to my friend and say, can you get that person's name, especially if they're meeting them for the first time? So usually that person's like, oh, what was your name? And then you overhear it. Now, let's say it's just you and that other person. What I say is, oh, do I have your contact? You know, I changed my phones recently and all my contacts went missing. Do you mind putting it in again? And that way, you'll definitely know their name and number. You get cornered at a party by someone you don't want to talk to. How can you extricate yourself gracefully? The great thing is, you're at a party. There are other people around. I like to entertain the person for a couple of seconds, and then I look as though if I just thought of a brilliant idea, which is to introduce them to somebody else. So I'll say, have you met Ben over there yet? Ben he's so brilliant. He's somebody you really have to meet because of XYZ reasons that you think would be interesting to them all. Introduce them and you can just disappear. They won't even notice. And it's definitely not rude because you didn't leave that person on their own. You introduced them to somebody else. You're talking to someone who has something stuck in their teeth. Should you tell them? It really depends on your relationship with them. If it's your very good friend, yes, you should tell them. Even if it's somebody you don't know very well, I like to tell them. For example, we'll be speaking and I'll say, oh yes, I know, work from home is just so much better after COVID. By the way, you just have something in your tooth over here. And so, last time I did work from home, I did it from the Hamptons and it was so amazing. The key is that you have to tell them, but sandwiched in between two sentences so that you don't focus on it. If you focus on it, that's when they get embarrassed. For more answers to your burning questions, visit oprahdaily.com.